Hey, Governor Ron DeSantis signs a new bill to stop the grooming of little children and sexual matters in school. Good afternoon. This is another declaration of truth from your host, Terry A. Hurlbut. In this video, we're going to look at how this bill reads, what it does and does not do, and why this is vital to the continuance of American civilization as we know it. But before we get into this any deeper, I want to shout out to the sponsor of this channel, which is Conservative News and Views, link in the description. And be sure to check out the awesome CNAV Store. Scroll down to the bottom for that link. Lots of good merchandise, including this t-shirt I'm now wearing. It reads, Rhino Hunting. Check it out. One shirt for men or women in black, navy, or white, and in all sizes. Look for this in all sorts of clothing and accessories with a conservative theme. All right, class, let's come to order as the civics and civilizational lesson is about to begin. Yesterday, Governor Ron DeSantis of Florida signed into law the Parental Rights in Education Act of 2022. Critics of the legislation call it the Don't Say Gay bill. When they do that, they deliberately misconstrue the bill's intent and effect. Now, the Associated Press was good enough to quote the new law directly. Classroom instruction by school personnel or third parties on sexual orientation or gender identity may not occur in kindergarten through grade 3 or in a manner that is not age appropriate or developmentally appropriate for students in accordance with state standards. Unquote the law. Sexual orientation, of course, includes homosexuality and bisexuality. Gender identity refers to transsexualism, the notion that a biological boy might be a girl trapped in a boy's body, or the other way around. The usual suspects have castigated this bill since it came up for debate in the Florida legislature. They call it the Don't Say Gay bill to make you think the police will arrest any teacher who utters the word gay in class. As I've just told you, this is not correct. This law does not even mention the word gay in its text, nor does it make it unlawful, nor prescribe any penalties for anyone who utters that word or any other word, in class, out of class, but in school, in public, or in private. So if Mark Hamill, when he repeated the word gay over a dozen times in a tweet, thought someone would arrest him and thus give him a cause célèbre, he was mistaken. Never did Governor DeSantis or his legislative allies intend any such outcome. What does the governor want to see happen? Here is what Governor DeSantis does not want to see happen in Florida schools. He does not want to see anyone grooming a child. Grooming is convincing someone to submit to something they know is wrong just to please some authority figure who insists. And when it happens in class, it deserves another name, mind hack. So the governor does not want anyone mind hacking a child to grant sexual favors to an adult or teenager, develop a preference for intimate conduct with members of the child's own sex, or submit to surgical mutilation or hormonal poisoning because some adult suggested they may be of a sex other than that to which the doctor assigned him or her at birth. If you think such things do not and cannot happen, you're wrong. All three things can and do happen. Sextra credit became a byword on WorldNet Daily many years ago, but even that isn't the worst part. We deal here with schools teaching about hormonal poisoning masquerading as therapy without the consent or even the knowledge of the parents. Furthermore, this is all of a piece with the nationwide advocacy of medically graphic sex education in school. Governor DeSantis should press for a law reaching further than this one. This should go beyond K3 and should go clear to K8 to cover lower and middle school. Your editor did just fine with the addressing of sexuality in high school, which, let's remember, is when people start feeling their juices flowing anyway. Of course, the deliberate distortion of the intent of this bill goes along with the media moral morass that has existed for more than 10 years. And not only news media, the entertainment industry has gone full anti-moral on the people. We saw that Sunday evening during the Oscars when we were not watching Will Smith pretend slap Chris Rock for ratings. More to the point, Governor DeSantis is doing exactly what a civilizational state must do. Remember, a civilizational state forms to protect its people and their values. A society that permits the warping of young minds and permits anyone to groom children, to let someone use them, or to make them think they can find joy in self-mutilation or poisoning doesn't live long. One reason it doesn't live long is that it doesn't reproduce. Folks, population itself is a theater of war. Governor DeSantis has just secured at least a temporary victory in a skirmish in that war. Now, what adults do with themselves or one another, short of murder or some other violent attack, must remain their business. But what adults do with children is definitely the business of their parents. Some concepts must remain for adults only. Others might be appropriate in high school, but not in lower or middle school. The Florida Parental Rights and Education Bill is a good start. CNAV hopes Governor DeSantis carries the battle further. Link in the description to the article and to the awesome online store. This is Terry A. Hurlbut delivering yet another declaration of truth and reminding you to let the truth set you free.